Okay, so you've just bought your JumpSport rebounder from us, right? So you've got the Bounty X JumpSport 570, or you got the Bounty 350F. And you got one of the support bars. I will say this about their support bars, like absolutely wow. This is definitively a craft, authentic, beautiful, qualitative craftsmanship. These support bars are incredible. So when you buy the 570, this is a 44-inch, and I know as South Africans we're not used to inches and centimeters, etc. But there are two types of support bars that you get for the 570 Pro, and there's two types of support bars that you get for the 350Fs. So each one of those two models in our range have their two support bars. So what I'm going to show you now is the 570 support bar, which is the quick release support bar. Now, this quick release support bar is perfect if you're in a studio environment. It's perfect if you're sharing your rebounder with someone else where you're more advanced and they require a support bar, or movement is an issue. So you need to go from one location to the other location, and you need a support bar that once you attach it to your rebounder, you can quickly release it. So this is called the quick release support bar for the 570. It's really, really cool. So in the box is an instruction manual. Now you can see the instruction manual, it's going to kind of look like this. It's going to be all bent and all that. It's very clear on how to assemble it, right? Step by step by step. But I'm going to do it without reading the instruction manual, like every guy does, right? So let's go through it. By the way, this is the first time I am fully assembling a quick release myself on camera. I've never done this before, and we're going to do it in one take. So let's go. So what's in the bag? Please don't do what I'm doing right now. Read the instruction manual. But if you don't, follow me. So in the box is a few parts. You've got two screws that look like that. All right, you got a little Allen key, and I'll show you what that is for. You got the bar that you hold on the very top. You'll feel it's kind of that shape, and it's got a soft outer, and that's obviously for grip. Then you've got two bars that are going to clip into that handlebar, and then you've got the two bars that actually hold on to the legs of the rebounder. These are the quick release elements. Okay, so let's do it. You'll notice when you get it, it says right, R for right, and L for left. Okay, so when you're facing the rebounder, this is the right-hand side, okay, and that will be the left-hand side. So that's what I'm going to start with right away. So let's go for it. Okay, so I'm going to put the right-hand side one over there, because that's the right-hand side. I'm going to put the left-hand side over there. Did I get that right? That's correct, right? Right and left. Okay, let's go for it. So now to assemble this, you put this on the leg first, right? So I just want to show you, that's a clasping mechanism. So you've got this loose screw hanging out. You've got a clasping mechanism. So you want to unscrew this to a certain extent where there's enough play where it can just lock in there. Okay, so watch this. I'm going to go to the leg, right? Now, if you had to ask me, how do you do this? Take a look at it for a second. So you guys can zoom out. Little quick tip. Each leg goes onto those two legs on the rebounder with a middle leg free. So let me say that again. Left and right. So one side is over here, the other side is over there, and a leg in the middle is for free. So if you take a look at the Bounty logo on your rebounder, this should actually be the other way around. So let's do this properly, right? Because you want the Bounty logo facing into the direction that you're standing on the rebounder. Okay, so you're going to have a leg over there and then two legs over there. So essentially when you're standing on the rebounder, you're going to be holding onto the support bar, which are connecting to the two legs in the front. So that's how I'm going to connect them. Okay, so let's do this. Put this one on. Now, when you put it on, make sure that it's not facing that way. Make sure that it's facing more towards the front. And I'll tell you why that's important in a second. So you tie it up that way. So notice what I did there. I opened it up. I put the leg around it. I clamped it down. I moved this over there. And now I'm turning it like that. And I'm not turning it tightly right now, because I want to be able to move it to make sure that I can space this properly to put in the other components on the top. So that one's in there. Now I'm going to go over here. I'm going to put that one down. Similarly, I'm going to make that face forward. I'm going to do the clamp. I'm going to come around. And now it's tight, but not too tight because I want to move it around on the leg. Okay, now how do you measure where the angle is at with these things? So the way I do it is put this down to there and say, okay, wait, that's not quite close enough. So I just turn it because it's a little bit loose. And I know that can go in there, and that can sort of go in there. Okay, now it's aligned. Okay, I'm not going to tighten it just yet. What I am going to do is I'm going to put these down in there. So these connect, right? So I'm going to put that down. Now notice the direction. When this goes in there, the direction is not the part where that's plain. It's the bit with the holes in it. It corresponds to that down there. So I'm going to push that in. Now, the reason that is important, this is where these screws come into place. So depending on your height on the rebounder, so I'm going to put mine around about there. So you can feel it. When you put that in, you feel it, and you can change the height. So I'm going to keep it, you can keep it there. I'm going to go all the way to the top because I'm quite tall, and I'm going to lock it in there at that height. So now it's locked in at that height. We'll go to the other side. Try and measure it in the same way to the front. The maximum height. Did I get the height right? I think I did. Okay, then I'm going to tighten that up. Okay, so now we have this mechanism. Now, no, I'm a very tall person, right? So you're just going to have to measure this relative to your height. Come over here. Now, if you take a look at how this works, you'll notice there's two buttons over there, right? And there's a little button on this handlebar. So I'm just going to do that. Bring this closer. Push that little thing in there. So just watch there. Push that over there, down. Make it flick in there. Okay, just keep that there. Go around to the other side. There, that one's not clipped in. Over there. And I'll just make sure this one clips in. Over, yeah, clipped in. So now I've got the height adjusted right. I've got that clipped in there. Now I can go ahead and tighten this at the bottom. So I tighten it over there, and I tighten this over here. Push that in, tighten it properly against the leg. You really want to keep this, make this firm, and good, I'm good to go. There you go. My support bar. That's really, really cool. Okay, now this support bar is really strong. You can put all your weight on this support bar. It's really, really strong, right? But if you want ultra strength, we have the other support bar where you can take the legs off your rebounder and the support bar forms a part of the body of the rebounder. That's where you can put all your weight. Okay, where you can actually do amazing fitness routines. Now this is still incredibly stable, but the ultimate stability comes from the other model that we have, which we're going to demonstrate now in a bit. But there you go. To deconstruct it, you're obviously going to loosen there. You're going to get these out. Put that out. Okay, I'm just going to make sure I can push that in there. Take this out. Now this little Allen key that's in the box, don't lose this because this is a mechanism that allows you to tighten this particular screw down there should it get loosened, and when it loosens from the clasp, you can put it back on again. Very simple. Remove this completely. Remove that one. That's removed, and then you just want to come down, remove that. What I love is it also doesn't hurt your rebounder leg. It leaves absolutely no blemish on your rebounder leg. There you go. 570 quick release support bar. Really, really cool. You can do it without the manual. I know you guys can, for those guys that are watching, but I do not recommend you do that. So yeah, follow it. There's a little bit of nuance when you put it on the leg. Keep it loose so you can pull it inward or outward to make sure that the top part of the support bar actually aligns to it. That's a little trick. And once that's done, make sure everything's tied down. And the very last thing you do is to clamp it and tie that clamp very, very tightly onto the leg. Okay, that's it. Enjoy your support bar.